Boston, mid-range fake, the pull-up, short, the follow, no. Another chance, won't go for Boston. Loose ball, this time.
The crowd erupted, some in shock, others fuming with outrage. Caitlin Clark was flat on the floor, having just been shoved hard by Chinati Carter. There was no attempt at the ball, no accidental collision, just raw aggression. For a second, it looked like Clark might stay down, but that's not who she is. Clark doesn't fold, she fires back. And when she does, she flips the game on its head. It all went down on June 1, 2024, Indiana. Fever versus Chicago Sky. A matchup fans had been buzzing. About 4 weeks, the energy was electric, the tension was thick, and the rivalry had clearly taken root. But from tip-off, it was obvious this wouldn't be a friendly contest. The Sky brought the heat early, trying to knock Clark off balance with pure physical play. But if they thought they could rattle her,
Mabry doubled off to Carter. Her jumper is good. Kennedy Carter now with 12 points off the bench. Her and Clark. I mean, that's clearly a foul, which was called. The question is, will they call it unnecessary? Kennedy Carter.
Right from the opening tip, Chicago came out swinging, wasting no time and knocking down an early jumper to set the tone. But Caitlin Clark wasn't about to let that slide. With zero hesitation, she stepped back and launched a deep three and nailed it. The crowd roared. The message was clear. Doubt her if you want, but she'll make you pay for it.
First in the league in fast break points.
Clark connects on a deep three.
Both teams were locked in a fierce fight, trading buckets, crashing the boards, and matching each other's intensity every step of the way. No one was backing down, and the score reflected it dead even. Then, with the defense tightening and the tension rising, Caitlin Clark changed the tempo, not with a shot but with vision. She zipped a perfect pass through traffic, threading the needle and setting up an easy basket that broke the stalemate.
To the Commissioner's Cup final, what a dish, down the floor, Wallace, the finish plus the foul.
It was a moment of pure brilliance, but Chicago wasn't ready to let Clark take center stage without a fight. They punched back with force, turning up the physicality and turning up the heat. Tensions boiled. The Sky leaned into their toughness, trying to throw Clark off her game, but she didn't flinch. Instead, she stepped up and led another deep three, rib burying it and keeping Indiana right in the battle.
Understand their impact and what it has done and how they are living out their dreams today.
And right on cue!
Chicago kept swinging, determined to meet Indiana's energy blow for blow. The intensity never dipped, but the buzzer finally brought a pause to the chaos. At halftime, the Fever clung to a narrow 2-point lead. The message, Indiana wasn't backing down, not today. As the second quarter got underway, Caitlin Clark went right back to work. Wasting no time, she delivered a picture-perfect pass, fast and right on target, setting up an easy score and keeping the Fever in command.
And have allowed too much dribble penetration.
Well, and it allows them, oh, what a dime. My goodness, the pass from Clark.
The momentum had clearly swung Indiana's way, and they could feel it. With the lead in their grasp, the Fever dialed in, defensively fighting for every possession and guarding their turf with grit. But that laser focus on defense came at a cost. Their offense grew predictable. That's when Chinati Carter struck. She seized the moment, exploiting the cracks and flipping the pressure right back on Indiana.
He's working Boston. 6 to shoot. Carter flips it up and in. Kennedy Carter just so difficult.
Held firm as the battle raged into the final minutes of the quarter. Neither side budged, trading stops and fighting for every inch. Then, in a moment of calm amid the chaos, Caitlin Clark spotted her opportunity, threading a crisp pass to Kelsey Mitchell, who nailed the bucket. The Fever stayed in the hunt, and the scoreboard held steady at 31-all. The tension was thick, and the real showdown was just getting started.
Here's Evans, the former Louisville star, out to Carter. Her three, off the mark, long board. Wallace to get ahead. Mitchell to the cup.
The tension inside the arena was electricity fan on edge. Every possession feeling like a game changer. Neither team blinked, neither team bent. As the second quarter ended, one thing was crystal clear. This wasn't a game to be given. It had to be taken. When the third quarter tipped off, Chicago came out with a mission. Indiana still held the lead, but the Sky had shifted gears. They weren't just competing anymore. They were coming to take control. Chinati Carter made that loud and clear. With the ball in her hands, she blew past Clark and glided to the rim for an effortless two, letting everyone know Chicago was
downtown as Mr. Last Five. Carter just blurs by Clark, who didn't turn around, and an easy two for Kennedy Carter.
Surged as both teams dug in deep. The Indiana Fever fought tooth and nail to hang on to their slim lead, But Chicago wasn't backing off for a second. Every possession felt like a battle, and both sides knew this game would be decided by sheer willpower.
First WNBA meeting between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. The Fever and the Sky are underway at game.
Fierce back and forth, the game hanging in the balance. Then, in a flash, it all shifted. With just 15 seconds left in the quarter, Chennedy Carter made her mova dribbling past defenders, driving hard to the rim, and finishing with a smooth shot that put the Sky ahead. The crowd exploded. Chicago was surging, and Carter was sending a clear message. She walked toward Caitlin Clark, and with one brutal shove, sent her crashing to the floor. The tension in the arena hit a new level.
Chennedy Carter now with 12 points off the bench.
Arena erupted as Clark hit the floor, the crowd in disbelief. She hadn't even had the ball when Carter shoved her, just pure aggression. The whistle blew instantly, and the refs huddled for a review. After a tense moment, the verdict was clear. A foul. Caitlin Clark, as cool as ever, stepped up to the line. With a sharp focus, she sank the free throw, reminding everyone why she's one of the best in
one, and Clark goes to the line and hits the first.
The arena. The scoreboard told the story. Chicago Sky 49, Indiana Fever 54. They had thrown everything at Caitlin Clark: aggression, physicality, even trying to knock her off her game. But if there's one thing this game made clear, it was this: Caitlin Clark wasn't going down. Not now, not ever. And now, with the game entering its final stretch, Chicago locked in on her, determined to shut her down. But Clark, she was about to show the world just how unstoppable she really was. It didn't take long for her to take control. Snatching a key rebound, she orchestrated a play so smooth and flawless, it left the fans in awe. The crowd was on their feet, witnessing a display of skill and poise that could only come from one of the game's true.
Carter met by Boston. Williams bricks it. Clark another rebound. Tosses ahead. Wheeler extra feed. Oh, that was pretty!
Through the net, and the crowd erupted. Clark had done it again. But Chicago wasn't about to let up. They struck right back, quickly drawing a foul on the play. Indiana had more than just a fast break bucket. They earned a free throw, keeping the pressure on and refusing to give Chicago an
three-point play.
The fast breaker.
Scoreboard flashed 57-64, with Indiana holding on to the lead. But Chicago wasn't backing down. The battle only grew fiercer as both teams dug in deep. Defenses locked in, offenses pushed harder, and the sound of whistles echoed through the arena as referees fought to maintain control. Through every shove, every block, and every ounce of pressure, Caitlin Clark stood tall. She weaved through the chaos, staying calm under fire, and sunk another clutch bucket, keeping Indiana from
Mabry down two. Mabry loses the handle and a foul is called.
Continue to communicate with her with what she wants.
Mabry misses. To the backcourt for Wheeler. Someone's got to get to her. They can't. Wheeler trying to waste the clock. Up to